Good morning. Today is Thursday the 30th of April. Last week I had a few days off. The time was booked back in September, but due to the lockdown it was now a staycation, as is the case for everyone else at this time. So I decided to use a bit of the time to tidy my study. It's not particularly untidy, but I seem to have gathered a huge number of books and vast amounts of paper over time, particularly during the last 3 years of training to become a minister. I also had at least a dozen folders, most of which contained previous services that I'd taken as a local preacher, dating back to 2009. As well as an electronic copy, I'd kept a paper copy of everything in each service, all neatly filed in date order. But then I realised that whilst I occasionally looked on my computer for some of those old resources, I'd never actually looked back at any of those paper copies. So surely it would be best to recycle the paper and make a bit of space on the bookshelves in my study for future books that I will undoubtedly buy. It was fascinating to look back over what I'd done previously. I didn't read everything in detail. I'd still be on the first folder now if that was the case. But even so, I've only managed to sort through 2 folders, so there's still plenty to do another time. But as I sorted through, I found reports on services that I'd taken when I was a local preacher on note and on trial. Comments from other local preachers and ministers, right from the early days of my training as a local preacher, when I first started taking small parts in services with my mentor. It brought back so many memories of those services, conversations with those who'd reported on me, memories of the churches where I'd preached and led worship. Many things that I'd forgotten. Those memories reminded me of how much I'd been blessed during that time and brought a smile as I sorted through those mounds of paper. It definitely slowed down the sorting process, but the whole thing became so much more than just gathering the paper up to put in the recycle bin. I have to confess I still print everything out now for my services, being reluctant to rely solely on technology. So this process of sorting and remembering will continue for years to come. And maybe that's no bad thing if it continues to provide those special memories. I wonder how many of you have taken time to do some sorting that you've been putting off until now that you've got some more time on your hands because you can't do the things that you'd normally do. Maybe it's just a drawer in a study, bedroom or kitchen. Or have you felt up to the bigger challenge of sorting out your garage or loft? Whilst there might be plenty of rubbish that just simply needs throwing away, all those things that we've kept just in case, what memories might be triggered by the things that you find? Photos and objects of particular times, things that were given to you or that you bought for a particular reason, memories of people and places, the blessings these things were and still are to you. Whilst we currently can't meet up or go on holiday, things that we would typically associate with making new and lasting memories. What memories have we got around us? What can we look at to remind us of the blessings that we might have forgotten? As the words of an old hymn say, "When you are discouraged, thinking all is lost, count your blessings, name them one by one, and it will surprise you what the Lord has done." Let us pray. Loving God, we thank you that you bless us in so many ways, often when we don't realise it or are too busy to appreciate it. Thank you for memories that remind us of past blessings. Thank you that you continue to bless us each and every day. Amen.